today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's the NFC Championship game.
For the right to head to Los Angeles for Super Bowl 56, it's time for the NFC Championship game. Here we go. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play on first down will get 4 up to the 29.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw it. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun again to Elliott. Powers by at the 40. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing, Prescott. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And the Giants are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Showed some flash on the run, but he will be brought down shy of his 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now the former Utah man, this is Devontae Booker. And this will be a Giants first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And he takes this one back in. Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Fielded right around the 8. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
2nd and 5 now. Jones flushed out right. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Back to throw. Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
They'll try and throw for it here. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give to Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is just taking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
2nd and 2. Now Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off-play action. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, 38 yards. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. So that one will be accepted. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll throw from the gun. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's brought down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
After the sack on 1st down, Prescott buying time to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us as always as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 56 in L.A. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And he's brought down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Granted, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Super Bowl, didn't you? Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Second down and goal. Jones sliding out. Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a giant touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a 2nd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. To the air again, Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So we've reached... who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the 2nd half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing 2nd half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs. But when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He's still having trouble moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, so much for halftime adjustment. Sometimes the best adjustment you make is no adjustment. You just do things better. But in this case, I think an adjustment was in order. They may have to change up and start throwing the ball around a little bit more.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
That was pretty nice to watch as he matched the route with the receiver and stayed right there, stuck to him like glue, almost hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, helped force the incompletion.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that's complete to Shepard. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones. Open man, he's got him. It's Toney for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have taken the lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
7 yards, the pickup there.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in by Cooper here.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Prescott on 1st down. A dump off to Elliott. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now Prescott.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Throws like that, especially where we sit in the fourth quarter, he's got to be careful.
Yeah, and you know one of my faults is that I often view this game through a defensive back's eyes. And in this situation, your team's losing, it's late, tighter coverage, take a chance and go and try and step in front of one of those and make a big play. So if you're the quarterback, that should be in your head. This is their time to take a gamble.
Oh, Zeke with a quick feed. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Lorenzo Carter showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott shedding the tackle, and he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Prescott now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Azeez Ojulari able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott.
Left side to Lamb.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott on the left side. Gallup's got it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Prescott. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. To throw, Prescott. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Here's Dak. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Dak. And that is incomplete here.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here's Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. And that is incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We can call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? Now, it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're at New Orleans. It's the Saints, and they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. They won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
Yep. A couple of the more memorable ones for sure. Pass on target. Prescott to Cooper. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it. They don't want 3 here. They want 6. Well, with these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. A gain of 6 there on first. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants end up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants...
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? There. Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
43 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now Jones. Pass complete, Galladay.
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the handoff, this is Booker. And he's correct, but not before getting it inside the 35. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Jones.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This will be from 49 yards out. And the kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.